Mike check 1 2. What's good with everybody? It's your boy Mo back again for our Week 7 NFL picks. Last week we we went 10-5, and to be real with you, nobody first saw the Eagles losing to the Giants. Nobody saw the Panthers beating the Cowboys. I guess the Chiefs and Lions, that could have gone either way. I think the Lions were robbed, but we're not going to get into that yet. The Bills shouldn't have lost to the Falcons. All this showed me was not that the Falcons are legitimate. I love Bijan. Bijan is that guy. I don't like Drake London. I don't think he's a legit number one receiver. I don't like Michael Penix Jr. He hasn't shown me he could do what he did in college yet. So I think if they had Kirk Cousins still in, Boogie Cousins, they'd be better. But Penix is getting the job done here or there, so I don't know if it matters what people think, or care what I think, but I don't believe in Michael Penix. And as far as the Commanders, are the Bears legitimate? I don't know if I believe that. I think the Commanders' injury issues. I don't think Scary Terry played still. I don't know if the Commanders have enough to. I don't think Debo's the answer. To be real with you, Debo's solid. He's a gadget player. I don't think he's a legitimate running back, receiver, or anything of the above. I think he's a gadget player, and he pops off sometimes, but I don't believe. I just don't believe in Debo. I'm sorry, but Debo, 4 catches for 15 yards, one run for -1 yards, and against the Bears. So I think that's enough right there. So we went 10-5 last week. So our record updated 61-37-1. All right, we're going to accept that one tie, the Cowboys and the Packers tie. I wasn't wrong, but I wasn't right. So we'll take that. So moving forward for Week 7, let's see what we got. Thursday Night Football. It's a whiteout, so you know I had to represent Uno, best receiver in the world. Pittsburgh coming to Cincinnati. My money, smart money's on Pittsburgh, correct? Bengals are a make or break in a make or break moment right now. I'm gonna do a separate video. I don't want to give too deep of analysis on this game right now. I'm gonna do a separate video because since he's my team, my money is on the Bengals to win this game. I think they have so much they need to do to prove they belong to keep themselves afloat when Joe Burrow potentially comes back in the end of November or December. So, and I believe Flacco showed some great ball control, sacked only one time, pressured, yes, but our line held up for the most part. They weren't as bad as people keep saying they are. Defense held, 10 points? Held Green Bay to 10 points at halftime. So, I think Trey Hendrickson going down at the end of the first half really hurt. But again, we'll get into further analysis in another video. My money, I think Cincinnati pulls this off at home Thursday night, wide out. I think it's going to be a good showing. I think Cincinnati takes that dub. Next, we got the Los Angeles Rams, Jacksonville Jaguars. Jags have been okay, actually, but I think this is a good Rams game. Rams struggled a little bit in the first half against the Ravens last week. I don't think the Jacksonville Jaguars defense is as good as the Ravens is supposed to be. I don't know if the defense played good or if the Rams just played bad last week, but my money's on the Rams. I think they further assert their dominance against up and coming but not technically good football teams. So I believe the Rams walk away with this win. I like the 3 points. I don't think it'll be a blowout. It'll be a single digit score or single digit win for the Rams. Next up, we got the Eagles and the Vikings. Am I wrong? Am I wrong for this? I don't believe in the Eagles one bit. I think they should walk away with the victory here, but I think Brian Flores had that defense has been struggling a little bit as of late. They haven't been the dominant defense we expect from Minnesota. I think this is a good tune-up game for them to get back or get right. Philly's been struggling offensively horribly. Hurts, Saquon, AJ Brown, who's potentially leaving soon. Who knows? I think this is a good game for Minnesota to get back where they need to be, if that makes sense. I think Minnesota's not a horrible team. Carson Wentz has been showing he can perform when need be. I think the pieces are there for Minnesota to succeed. It's just, will they do it? Will Philly show up like they did last year defensively as the favorite in the NFC? We'll see. But I like Minnesota. I picked two. I kind of reached with the Bengals, huh? But I got two underdogs winning right now. But I like this pick. I like the Vikings over in Minnesota as well. I like the Vikings over the Eagles. Eagles just, man, they look. Is a Super Bowl hangover? I don't know. I don't know what the issue is, but they're struggling. They're struggling heavily, and I don't know why. Maybe it's coaching. All the issues seem to have gone away that they were having before because they won a Super Bowl. But are those issues they had before rearing their ugly head again? We'll see. But I like Minnesota over, and 2.5 points. That's not bad. I like the 2.5 points. I like Minnesota to cover for sure, but I like them to win. Vegas and Kansas City. I think this 11.5 might be disrespectful, but you got Rashee Rice coming back. Offense looked decent against the Lions with a lot of help. Might I add? The Raiders have not been what we've expected, or what me personally. What I've expected them to be. Excuse me. I think Pete Carroll in the future will get this team right, but they're not at the point where I thought they were going to be competing for a lead in their division as of yet. I think they will get there. I love Pete Carroll. Max Crosby's legit. Their defense is solid. Geno's an issue. They should trade for somebody. Whether they call up the Giants, get Russ, something. They need something. They need to change at quarterback. And they clearly don't have it in the building. I don't know what happened to Geno, the fall off. Is it the change of offense? I don't know. But, and again, he doesn't have the kind of talent he had at receiver in Seattle. He doesn't have that now, clearly. But they got to figure something out. You know what I mean? Get Geno some help so maybe he doesn't have to depend on forcing it to one guy. I don't know. But Geno needs help. They need help in Oakland. But I don't like the 11.5 points, but it makes sense to me. I'm going Kansas City for sure, in Kansas City. Next up, we got the Saints, who have been surprisingly decent the past couple weeks. Do I like them over the Bears? I think I do. I think I like them over the Bears. Or no. I don't think I do. I don't think I do. Excuse me. I like the Bears at home. Home team's coming out with this one. Matter of fact, so far outside of the Jags, I have every home team winning. And the way it's looking, that might stay true for at least the next game. I don't think the Saints have enough. I keep hearing a lot of trade rumors involving Chris Olave could potentially be on the move. I don't know. I don't believe in what's the quarterback's name? Whatever the Saints quarterback's name is. I can't remember the boy's name. That's how bad he is. That's how bad he is. I can't remember his name. But I don't believe in him. He's looked not horrible, but I don't think he's good enough for a hot offense like the Bears. I don't think he can match it. Although they did some work against the Bills a couple weeks ago, so it'll be competitive. I'll say it that way. It'll be competitive, but I foresee the Bears coming out on top. Next up, like I said, man, home team got to walk away with that one. Browns defense is still the Browns defense, regardless of how they looked against the Steelers. Miami's a complete mess. Like, the Browns are a mess, but the Miami Dolphins, they seem to hate each other. I don't think the Browns are there yet. I don't know. There's a lot of everybody seems to. It seems to be a lot of infighting in Miami, and I don't understand why. Outside of them losing, but they're just not playing good football. There's no cohesion. I don't know what went wrong from last year to this year. They just seem to get worse and worse and worse, and it's hard to watch sometimes. Be real with you, but the Browns, man, they'll put a game together. Dylan Gabriel, this might be a good tune-up game for him to get some cohesion and get right. And I don't blame him for the loss against Pittsburgh. A lot of these guys dropped balls. Fannin dropped a wide open ball in the middle. Njoku dropped a ball. Can't remember the one receiver, young receiver's name, but it hit him in the face in the goal line. He never looked for it. He had a wide open touchdown, or he would have been stopped inches away from the goal line. But like the receivers let Dylan Gabriel down, in my opinion. Plus, you had this boy throwing 52 times, I believe it was, and then running back Judkins ran maybe only 10 to 12 times. That's so lopsided. You can't have Judkins only running that much. I'm sorry. Judkins 15, 20 times. He needs at least 15 to 20 carries. Your rookie quarterback, that was his first start, I believe. No, second, because he started against the Vikings. He can't throw 50 times. 30 max, 35 max, 40 times. You're pushing it. You know what I mean? But especially against somebody like the Steelers, this game, I expect to see a lot of runs, a lot. Judkins got to have 20 plus carries against the Dolphins. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, if you split it up even 20-20, 25-25 even, I'm okay with that. I don't want to see Dylan Gabriel throw for 30 plus times. That's crazy to me. But again, Cleveland, this is Cleveland's game to lose at home. There's no reason they should walk away without a dub at home against the Dolphins, based on what we've seen. And this 2.5, I think that is greatly skewed. It should be higher, at least 5.5 minimum. But that's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but I think Cleveland should easily walk away with a dub against the Dolphins. Next up, we got Panthers Jets. From what we've seen from the Panthers, they should walk away with that victory. 1.5 points. A lot of people. Vegas isn't convinced. I don't like what I've seen from the Jets. Justin Fields, coaching, it all looks a mess. Defensively, they are vicious. Excuse me. They are vicious. Offensively, they can't get right. And they have so much talent. Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, Justin Fields proved he can play against the Steelers week 1. Where'd that guy go? What happened to that guy? Offensive play calling was elite week 1. Where'd that offensive play calling go? I don't know what's going on with the Jets, but until proven otherwise, I look at the Panthers up and coming better team than the Jets, or better performing team. Not a better team overall, better performing team than the Jets as of right now, but we'll see. Titans, Patriots, that's yeah. We've seen enough from the Patriots to believe they can be contenders in the AFC East. Titans, we've seen enough to know they're not they're not competing for nothing. They're not. They might be competing for top 5 pick. Fired your coach Callahan. I don't know what the issue is. There's a lot of, and you saw Jeffrey Simmons come out and say this was the worst week of practice they had last week. That's not a good sign for anybody. So I don't know if interim coaches or if the coach is in the building to turn this program around, but I think the Patriots just too well coached, too talented as a whole. It's going to be rough for Tennessee, and this could be a double-digit loss, 10, 11 points. It's going to be bad. We'll put it that way. It'll be bad. The Patriots should handily give Tennessee a beat down at home. That's rough. I feel bad for Tennessee, but yeah, I got the Patriots in this game against the Titans. Colts Chargers is going to be a good one. I'm taking the Colts. Upset the Chargers in SoFi. I think the Colts have been too good. Chargers have been struggling so heavily the past couple weeks. They haven't looked good. Even against the Dolphins, they didn't look good. And I think the Dolphins are probably the worst team in the league next to the Titans. I don't know. It's a toss up. But, well, the Jets too. The Jets, Titans, Panthers, Jets, Titans, Dolphins. Those are the three worst. I don't know who's worse. They all take turns. Like they're vying to see who looks worse each week. Chargers have not looked good. They've been struggling. They've been winning some games, but they've been struggling. Started with that loss to the Giants. I think the Colts as a whole have been just playing so well. I mean there's definitely a scenario where the Chargers walk away with that win at home, but the better team to me is the Colts. Plus the Chargers have been dealing with a lot of injuries as well, which hurts them in a sense. Marion Hampton out on IR for at least another 2-3 weeks. I see so much potential in the Colts compared to the Chargers. It's hard for me to bet against the Colts at this point, but we'll see because Daniel Jones did play like the old Daniel Jones last week a little bit, so but they still won. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll see what Daniel Jones we get. We'll see what kind of Justin Herbert we get this week too. But for now, I'm riding with the Colts. Broncos, Giants. I don't believe in the Giants. Yes, they've surprised the Chargers, surprised the Eagles. Can they surprise the Broncos with that defense? We'll see. Actually, Jackson Dart's a lot like Bo Nix to me. They're kind of the same looking guy to me. I never put that together, but still to me, the Broncos are the better team. The Broncos should walk away with this victory at home against the Giants. I I don't believe Russ is as bad as he's been, but I think him or Jameis would still be the better option against that rookie quarterback, even though that rookie quarterback has been playing. He's been looking really good. I don't know if he's not. I don't know if I believe he's not ready yet, or if he's just not that good. My fear, you thrust this rookie out there now. He's been performing, but his style of play, I don't, I don't know. I don't know if he just doesn't have the talent around him. If I feel like he's putting too much on his shoulders at this moment, and I don't know if he'll be able to bear that weight for extended period of time. But we'll see. We shall see. Maybe he'll upset the Broncos too. Then I'll be shut up real quick. But he's been good. We'll put it that way. He's been good, but I don't know if those victories are enough for me to be like, yeah, that dude's legit. I don't believe in the Philadelphia Eagles. I've said that. I don't believe in the Chargers. I've said that. I kind of believe in the Broncos though, as a contender. He knocks off the Broncos in Denver. All right, Jackson Dart might be that guy. Let me start giving him a little more respect. But I just haven't seen it yet based on who he has beat. But again, we shall see what happens going forward. Commanders, Cowboys. We're gonna go Washington. Cowboys lost to the Panthers. The bad defense. Washington. This might be a good tune-up game for the. And let me preface this by saying the Cowboys' offense has not been the issue. Dak Prescott should be top 3 as far as MVP race candidates at the moment. I think Dak has been just as good than most quarterbacks. Not Baker. Baker's been on another level, but Dak's been up there with those guys, right? In the MVP race, to me personally. Defense is ruining everything for this team. The Commanders' offense might be a good get right game for them because they haven't been overly impressive. I think Jaden Daniel, Debo, even like these guys have a great opportunity to come work out some of their kinks and just, like I said, get right against the Cowboys, which is rough to say, but Cowboys have just been awful defensively. Can Dak sustain this type of play? George Pickens, can he sustain this type of maturity that we've been seeing? Because we didn't see this at all with Pittsburgh. He made some plays with Pittsburgh, but he hasn't been this consistent or this mature. Like, how long George Pickens how long has he gone being quiet, not saying or acting like a fool? You know what I mean? Like, we haven't gotten this from George Pickens yet, so can he sustain this, especially with CeeDee Lamb coming back this week? Can George still maintain that maturity, that production? We go see. Next up, Packers. Sorry. Arizona's not good. I'm sorry. They'll compete for sure. I don't know if Marvin Harrison Jr. is back. He did get banged up, I believe, a week or two ago. I'm not sure on his status, but Packers should be the better team. Arizona can't upset, as we've seen. Teams get upset every day, but the Packers should be able to handle this win. They played a good game last week against the Bengals. I don't know if it was Jordan Love has a tendency to get careless with the ball a little bit, as he did the first half. Excuse me. Like I was saying, Jordan Love has a tendency to get careless with the ball like he did the first half against the Bengals. That careless pick. It was tipped by, I believe, our cornerback, and then our safety got the ball. But we were able to dial up some pressure on him. And he made some plays in the second half, but we were able to dial that pressure up on him and get him out of that pocket a little bit. But I don't know if Arizona has that kind of coaching or talent level on defense to be able to make him uncomfortable. And Lil Golden, he was making some catches and going ham too. So, and you got Josh Jacobs, excuse me. Josh Jacobs is a difference maker. You get him rolling and his lights out for the defense. So Green Bay should be the better team. They should be able to outperform Arizona. Like I said, upsets happen every day, but I don't see enough from Arizona to be like, yeah, they can come in here and upset. I mean, they're at home. I don't think they can pull off this victory even at home. Like, that'd be amazing for me if Arizona could come in and put on a performance like that. But we'll see. Sunday Night Football, this is going to be a good one. Falcons and Niners. Give me Atlanta. Give me Atlanta after that last week against the Bills. Is Mac Jones still starting, or is Purdy coming back? I'm not sure. Let me double check that. But regardless, to be honest with you, I don't care who's back. I think the Niners just have too many injury issues to worry about. I don't foresee either quarterback faring that well. Atlanta, man, they played their butts off against the Bills. I think I see them growing on that, especially if you got Bijan continually being your bell cow. You keep giving him the ball. I don't foresee any issues. Like, just let him dictate the game. Let him go ham. Let him do what he has to do, and then everything else will fall into place. Don't let Michael Penix be the difference maker. You allow Michael Penix to run the game, essentially. I think that's a recipe for disaster because, again, I don't believe in Mike Penix. But you let Bijan do it all, and everybody else can get theirs off of his production, in my opinion. So, for the Niners, Fred Warner's out with IR, I believe. I believe he's on IR. I'm not saying nothing about quarterback. I don't know who they plan to start. But with Mac Jones or Purdy, I don't believe there's enough for San Francisco to be able to, even at home, Sunday Night Football. I think Atlanta is just too hot right now. with more talent than San Francisco has, and then you lose your leader, your number one captain on either side of the ball, and Fred Warner, is going to be rough. Can CMC put it all on his back and just carry this team to a victory? I don't believe he can. Not in this moment, but I've been wrong before. So we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. But my money's on Atlanta, and that 1.5. I'd like to take that. I think Atlanta covers for sure. Next up, Monday Night Football. We got 2 games Monday night. Tampa Bay and Detroit. That's gonna be a good game. Give me Detroit at home solely because of the injury issues Tampa Bay has. Now, we should be getting Mike Evans back this week potentially. I don't know about Godwin. I don't think Godwin's coming back. I don't know what Emeka Buka's injury issue or status is. That receiver room is greatly demolished because of injury. Detroit looking to bounce back after the floppa game they just had against the Chiefs at home, able to turn things around a little bit, get a little momentum back, swinging in their direction against a really good Tampa Bay team. Give me Detroit, man. Give me Detroit. That'll be a good game, I think. Very competitive, but give me Detroit to come out on top. And finishing off the week, we got the Houston Texans and Seattle Seahawks. I don't believe in Houston. I feel like I've said that. I don't believe in C.J. Stroud. I believe wholeheartedly Bryce Young goes to Houston instead of Carolina. He outshines C.J. Stroud all like he was a better pick to me, but he was set up with the worst situation possible. Carolina set him up for failure, didn't build around him. He still doesn't have a complete arsenal of talent to be able to throw to yet. Not a complete. He's got some pieces, but they're not. Chuba Hubbard's cool. I don't know if he's a premier number one type back. I don't think he's a Najee Harris or Omarion Hampton, CMC, Josh Jacobs, that type of, you know what I mean? Like he's cool. He's a good change of pace. Not change of pace is a bad term, but I don't think he's that guy to carry, like, put it on his shoulders and he'll make it happen for you. I don't think he's that kind of guy. But I think because I'm an Alabama fan, maybe I think too highly of Bryce Young. I don't know. But from what I've seen this year still, even last year, he's showing he's the better option at quarterback than C.J. Stroud, in my humble opinion. But Seahawks, I think they're just too much. I think they're better. They're not miles apart based on talent, but JSN's been killing it. Cooper Kupp, what he could still do. Defensively, Seattle's been really good. Houston Texans defense is fierce as well. It's going to come down to quarterback play. Who has a better quarterback? My money's on Sam Darnold in Seattle over C.J. Stroud in Houston. But again, upsets happen every day. So can Houston come in here and knock off Seattle? Yes. Will they? I don't think so, but that still remains to be seen. All right. So those are my picks for the week, man. We got Cincinnati. We got the Cincinnati Bengals, Los Angeles Rams, Minnesota Vikings, Kansas City Chiefs, Chicago Bears, Cleveland Browns, Carolina Panthers, New England Patriots, Indianapolis Colts, Denver Broncos, Washington Commanders, Green Bay Packers, Atlanta Falcons, Detroit Lions, and the Seattle Seahawks. Winning week 7. Let me know what you guys think about these picks in the comments below, man. Love and appreciate every last one of you guys. I need to get more active on YouTube. I'm gonna do a lot. I'm gonna break down my game by game reaction videos for sure. Maybe we'll do one for the Bengals and Steelers tonight. I got to get into it. I'm sorry, I've been slacking, but I miss getting active on here, man. For those of you, it's spooky season, y'all. Live stream tomorrow night. We took last week off. A lot was going on. We will be back at it tomorrow night. Live stream 10 p.m. I'm pumped and I'm geeked and I'm excited. But that's all I got for today, man. Love it, appreciate it. That's one of you guys. If you haven't already, please drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you stay up to date when we drop new content. Until next time, peace.